To do more for the world than the world does for you, that is success. Henry Ford.
Welcome back to the homestead, y'all. I just wanted to give you a quick update on our tomato grow at the end of our old chicken coop. These are the 14 tomato plants we planted back in May. They're doing wonderful. They're over 9 feet tall now. We've been getting tons of tomatoes. You can see this is a Sweet 100. This whole row is here, and then these on this side are Amish paste, which I believe the Sweet 100s have the Amish paste beat by about 6 inches. Not quite, but they're just putting off tons of tomatoes. We have had a lot of rain the last couple weeks, so we've been picking our tomatoes not quite ripe. With all the rain, we've been getting some tomatoes that are split, which these Sweet 100s aren't too bad for it, but they still will do it. But now the Amish paste, if they get way too much water, the huge tomatoes, they'll start to split. So what my wife and I have been doing is picking them a little bit early and letting them ripen in the house. Also, I have 2 plants at the front of the grow, which they get the most water. I'm starting to get a few yellow leaves on them, and I'm hoping that it's just because we have had a lot of rain this week and they're turning yellow, but I'm not sure what's going on with them. But it's just a few leaves. It's just 4 or 5 leaves, about midway up on the plant. So I'm going to cut those off today. I'm going to have to trim a lot of these bigger leaves off. We're having a hard time picking the tomatoes in the center, especially on the Amish paste, because some of those tomatoes are just huge on it. So I'm going to go in there today and I'm going to pick and take my cutters, and I'm going to cut a whole bunch more leaves off. But before we started getting all this rain, I was having to give these plants about 2.5 gallons of water every day. They were just soaking the water up. But we've had 3 to 4 inches of rain in the last week, so they've got plenty of water right now. We did make it through the heat dome. Now we're fixing to have another one. I think we're forecast starting tomorrow to be at 90 degrees for the next week with close to 100 heat index. So I'll have to keep an eye on them. If we don't get rain, then I'll go ahead and water them. But hopefully we'll get some of the afternoon thunder showers and I won't have to water too much. But if you have any questions or comments, or if your tomato plants are doing great this year, please leave it below. And if you know anything different that I can do, let me know. My cages this year, I wasn't prepared for these plants to get this tall. By next year, I will be prepared for the plants to get this tall, and I'll have a better cage system. I've had to tie some strings up here. I've zip tied some bamboo to it. The wind's blowing a little bit right now, and you can see how much they're starting to shake. Of course, I'm shaking that with my hand. But next year, I'm definitely going to have better support for our tomato plants. These have done great, and we've been really tickled with how well they've done. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave it below, and thanks for watching.